Hello everyone, I am Devayan Ghosh, studying in third year Electrical Engineering Department in IIT Tirupati. Today, I would like to do the technical paper presentation for Computer Vision course. The topic of my presentation is Large Displacement Optical Flow, that is, descriptor matching in variational motion estimation. Thomas Brooks and Jitendra Malik are the authors of this paper. This paper was published in IEEE in March 2011. So now I would like to get started with my presentation. First, I would like to introduce what optical flow is. Optical flow is the apparent motion of objects or surfaces as perceived by the human visual system. The two predominant ways to estimate optical flow are as follows: sparse methods and dense methods. Now let's understand what these methods exactly are. Sparse methods are the methods in which visual features or key points are extracted and these points are tracked in multiple frames. These methods are suitable when image motion is large. In direct methods, image motion is calculated at each and every pixel. These methods are suitable when image motion is small. Both these methods have some serious drawbacks. I would like to discuss these drawbacks. For sparse methods, key points could be mismatched across frames. These are discrete techniques and thus aren't accurate up to subpixel level. Histogram-based descriptors are not well localized, so they fail to give good motion. For dense methods, large displacements cannot be tracked by optimization of constraints at a single scale. Even coarse to fine warping scheme gives good results only when small structures don't have high relative motion with respect to large structures. These are sensitive to occlusion. The main idea of the paper is to integrate rich descriptors into variational flow optical setting. In other words, it tries to use the merits of both methods and approach the problem as a combination of discrete optimization in the form of descriptor matching and continuous optimization. This equation is the final model suggested in this paper. It can be thought of as a single optimization problem. The value of alpha, beta, and gamma can be accurately determined by testing this equation on a large number of videos. Now, I would like to explain each term in this equation and their corresponding assumptions or purpose. Let I1 and I2 be two images for which we want to calculate the optical flow. The first assumption is that corresponding points in the two frames should have same gray value or brightness. Thus, this term E color of W penalizes any deviation from the above assumption. Due to illumination effects, matching the color or gray value is not always reliable. Therefore, it has been suggested in this paper to supplement the constraint above constraint by a constraint on the gradient which is invariant to additive brightness changes. The third constraint is that optical flow should be smooth. As we know that descriptor matching is discrete while the previous terms are continuous. Therefore, we need an auxiliary variable and a coupling term to combine them. Also, we need a matching score rho I of x for each descriptor. Rho I of x is given as d2 minus d1 by d1, where d1 and d2 are the first and the second nearest neighbors for descriptor matching in second frame. Finally, this term EDSC of W is to match the features of descriptors in both the frames. Now that we had found the final equation, let's see how to optimize it. For this, first we will divide the equation into three subparts. Now let's see how we can minimize each of these subparts. Optimization of EDSC of W1. First, we would compute HOG features for both frames of 15 different orientations with signs in a 7x7 neighborhood. The final descriptors are computed by collecting the histograms at the central pixel and the 8 neighbors in a distance of 4 pixels. We pick a descriptor at every fourth pixel in the x and y direction. As the HOG has a 7x7 support, this subsampling won't miss any small structures. Finally, we find a matching score ρi of x for each of the descriptors, which gives the confidence of matches. Unique matches will have higher scores. Optimization of E color of W plus gamma times E grad of W plus alpha times E smooth of W. This term can be minimized by using very fine pyramids. The image at level k is a downsampled version of the input image with downsampling factor 0.95 to the power k max minus k, where k max is chosen such that the discrete derivative filters can still be applied. However, the main distinction here is the initialization of W. W is initialized to W1 obtained from descriptor matching, unlike other warping methods where W is initialized to 0, 0. Optimization of E match of W. E match of W is a convex function of W. Hence, it need not be minimized explicitly. This term is to ensure that W obtained from continuation method should not deviate much from omega 1 from W1 obtained from descriptor matching. Now, we would compare our method with classical warping and shift flow. As it can be seen that the fast motion of the balls and hands are best depicted by our proposed large displacement optical flow method. While classical warping method misses some of the fast movements, shift optical flow is blurred in certain regions. In this sequence of image frames, particularly in the last frame, the motion of the lady's hand is best depicted by our proposed method as compared to the other methods. Now let's answer this question. Why is our proposed method the best among the three? Large displacements of smaller structures are correctly estimated by this method. It is much better than shift flow as shift flow shows typical discretization and thus it misses subpixel accuracy. Shift flow relies solely on histogram descriptors which are not well localized. On the other hand, our method makes use of well localized color and gradient features along with the histogram descriptors. Some of the drawbacks of this method can be explained with the help of this set of images. Particularly if we see the last three frames, we would get the three following drawbacks. The motion of the racket is missed due to its changing appearance. There are a lot of false estimates near the fences due to too many false descriptor matches. False motion of the tennis court is depicted due to missing structures and the moving shadow. So now let's discuss the contribution of this paper. The optimization problem involved in optical flow is non-convex, that is, local minima may not be the global minima. Therefore, the optical field is highly biased by the initializations. In case of classical warping, the solutions are biased towards the large field displacements. In short, this paper nicely blends the initializations obtained by descriptor matching with the other smoothness constraints in classical warping. These are the references used for preparing this presentation. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you.